think we have Sandy on the line, too. And Komi, lucky to meet Sandy. She's from Wisconsin. She's also a seer and lots of experiences.
Hi, Komi. This is Sandy, like Val introduced. I'm from Wisconsin. For years and years and years, I had never really believed in these reptilians, the Orions, or the Sirians until, for years my husband had been telling me they existed, and my comment to him was, well, when I see them, I'll believe it. And about a year ago, I guess it was, maybe a little less than that, I had been introduced to the new UUU presentation, which I started using every night and every day. We sing it 15 minutes before we go to bed and 15 minutes in the morning when we get up. And as Claudia sang it, we sing it. We don't chant it. It's like, new you, with the last part drawn out. Excuse me. But you can sing it any way, any tone that you want, however you want. Anyway, as I was finishing up one of the sessions, all of a sudden this reptilian appears before me, and it's a female. And she has beads on, as you would see in New Orleans as the Mardi Gras. And she has lipstick on, and she looks sort of like a gecko, as they do on the Geico commercial. And she has come to say hi and to see me and to wondering what I'm doing. And I explained the new you to her. And from then on, she started coming pretty regularly. And also I had it was a male reptilian, actually two of them, who started coming into my new UU sessions in the evening. And that started out my introduction to the Orions. Now lately I've also been dealing with the Sirians, who come from the planet Sirius, or star, the doggone star. They are a totally different species than the Orions in their thinking and their feeling and how they do things. They also have the ability, as one Sirian knows a thought, they all know it. And as Claudia mentioned previously, they communicate with their whole planet. It's a very peaceful, calm planet, and they communicate with rocks and trees and animals. Now, I'm a real animal lover. And there's one animal sound that really calms me down, and it's one an elephant makes, and it goes. So at the present time, I am learning Syrian. I'm learning to speak it on their planet, and I was sitting on their planet with another Syrian, and I decided to use that sound. When I did that sound, about 100 elephants showed up in front of me. Now, I've used that sound on the physical plane, or the earth plane, many, 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 many times without any direct connection to them. However, on the planet Sirius, when I made that sound, they were there. And that goes with their whole planet. They have such communication with plants, flowers, trees, rocks. In fact, their planet itself responds to them. They talk to it, and the planet can expand and it can contract. And so it's been a very unique journey that I'm on. And if you're willing to take the risk, anybody can have these experiences by singing the new UUU with the new presentation and the wonderful worldwide educators that we're with. And there's a lot of stories on there that you can read. You may have read some of them already. I don't know, Tim, how you came across this man's book, but very interesting, and it's real, it's true, factual.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Haven't read it all yet, but I intend to. Very interesting. So, and I still continue. Pardon?
Oh no, I say it's just it is really my wish that more people get connected to each other in such a way that we can share our deep inner experiences with each other without any result, because life will be much easier. I mean, talking about how beings talk to the planets, for instance, in one part of the book, when planet Mars, the civilization of Mars was raised on a higher vibration. The beings out there, everybody, their spiritual eyes was open, so they can see, what life is all about. Trees can communicate to them. They can touch a grass, and the grass will respond to them. The flowers, there was a connection. You know that you are part of the whole universe. It's not like, okay, you are just one human being sitting out there. Oh, no. We are so connected to the whole universe that it just takes a little bit of practice, either through the Nu or through Aum or through Hu. Any sound. There's so many spiritual sounds that one can use to be able to tap into those vibrations. Human beings are like musical instruments. We have to find that sound or that instrument that we can play, that which we can play, that is gonna vibrate within our whole body and raise our consciousness out of this world so that we can see a little bit better. That's the only way that we can experience these things. And it's available. This is a gift that has been given to us. The eye that can allow us to travel through the universe is within us. We need to find a way, either through Nu or through Hu or through Aum, any sound that our ancestors give us. For instance, where I come from, there are variations of those words. Kuhu, for instance, is a word that they use. Kuhu, for instance, if you are sitting outside in those old days, you come from a farm and you have to cross a river, and there's nobody out there. You use that word, somebody's gonna show up and get you across the river. But those things have been lost throughout the generation. We forget. So we have to wake up, like you said. We have to wake up, and we need to wake up in such a way that we need to wake up our kids, our daughters, our brothers, our sisters. We have to wake up the whole civilization.
Yes, you're right on. We do need to wake up and start our adventure here. Take the risk and go beyond what we already know. There is so much out there. And we don't want to be dumbed down, whether it be from a hypnosis that somebody's doing to us or something out there in the universe that doesn't want us to realize what is real. It's up to us to take the risk and go forward and try it out and expand your awareness. And you do that by singing. Either the Nu, you, or whatever word that feels comfortable to you out there, and go forward and do something. Don't just sit there and go to your 9-to-5 job and come home and sit there and watch TV or whatever else you're doing, or the kids go to school, they come home, they're on their cell phones all the time, and they're not experiencing the universe out there.
We have another caller here. Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead, Tim.
Go ahead. Oh, I have a question, Komi. Are you aware of where you'll be when your physical body doesn't work anymore?
Yeah, most people, if they are working with a particular spiritual beings, the when times come for them to leave the physical body permanently, they are taken to a particular location because, like I said before, our life here on this planet is a school. Just like our school system here has been set up in such a way that you start from kindergarten, and then when you are working your way, you get to university. It's the same thing. It says above, so below. Our school system here has been copied from what life is all supposed to mean. So we work with different beings from where we are in our spiritual unfoldment, if I can call it that way, in such a way that when you are moving towards becoming your true self, which is recognizing that light or that entity which is inside this body, then time will come to you when you will start seeing, when you go to bed in the nighttime, you wake up somewhere else, your master or your guide or whatever name we want to call those beings, their guide, their angels, their spiritual, masters, they are waiting for you as soon as you get out of that body to direct you to a place where you're going to learn what your next move is supposed to be. So for some people who have been living in this on this planet for many years, many generations, and many civilizations, there comes a time when they have to move out of this planet when they don't have to come back again on this planet. So it's either to Mars or even beyond this physical universe into the astral universe or into the causal universe, because there's various universes. And while we are here in this physical body, we have those experiences on those multiple universes without knowing, because we don't recall our dreams or we don't recall our waking experiences because we call them deja vu. Oh, it seems like I was daydreaming. Yeah, you were actually in that location, but society have taught us so much in saying that, oh no, don't worry, it's just a dream. That when the time comes for us to leave this planet, really we are afraid. We don't want to let go of our physical body, not knowing that leaving the physical body is just an open door for you to go to the next level, which is either the astral plane, the causal, or the mental and beyond. So for me, the next experience, if I ever leave this physical universe permanently, will either be selected, a place where I can go, either teach or learn something different. So I will have the choice either come back or go to a different location according to my spiritual unfoldment when that day comes, because we're still learning every time, we're still growing.
We have Henry on too, Komi. This is Henry from Huntington Beach. He's also a seer and traveler. Are you there, Henry?
Hi, I'm here with Kelsey. We're listening. We're having a bit of fun, and we're listening to Val read your book out loud in the lounge the other night, and it was a bit of fun. And I was wondering how you. Hi there. I was wondering if you could explain how you enter your experiences, how you watch your body fall asleep, or if you share your technique with people, just so we get the view of how you enter the dream state.
Oh yeah, sure. There are actually two techniques that I love using because those are very useful for me. The first one is before I go to bed. Some people would think it's a little bit weird, but you work with different things. You see what works for you. I plug my ears. I use an ear plug to actually plug my ears if I don't want any noise to wake me up in the middle of the experience. I put earplugs in my ears, and I will sing a particular location that I want to go. For instance, if I want to go to Mars, I will sing Mars, and then I will end it up with the hue or the ahum. And then, as soon as I finish the last singing of the word, either hue that I selected, either hue or noon or ahum, I will start to hear. It's like a high pitch, like when you get close to an engine. When an electrical engine is working, then you'll start to hear that noise very loud into your ears. then I know for sure that I'm gonna leave the body very soon. And when it starts to get to a point when it feels like I'm not even in the room anymore, then next thing I know, I realize that okay, I'm actually in a dream. And then I start to really pay attention to my surroundings, and then I'll start to move. And if I need to go meet somebody, then I'll start going toward that location, or I'll call the name of that person, and that person will be in front of me. So the second technique that I use is it's called the direct projection technique, which is not one of my favorite because I really haven't mastered it, but it works really perfectly. It's just put your attention on a specific location and you are out of the body. Just knowing, because the intent is very important. You just intend that you want to be at this location. You do your regular exercise, either noon or that place that you want to go to, and then you send your attention out there. So those are the main two techniques that I use.
Cool. Thank you for sharing. And maybe you could try the New You song that we've talked about. It's like you, and that's what the technique that we use. And we always learning on the real side at night and having experiences and here in the physical too. Life shows us things as we pay attention and we support life. So anyway, thank you for coming on the show, and it's been fun listening. And yeah, if you sing the New You, we'd be interested to hear what you see, and if you see the real universal guides like Rivazar Taras and Gopal Das, Shanti Tabrish, and others.
Yeah, the new is it's actually a really powerful song. It's a song that I learned about the song through my friend Val, because Val and I will go a long way. We have been friends for many years. So I've been using the new for a couple of months now since you told me about it. I even saw some of your writings online on Facebook and places like that. So any technique that will help us, open our eye, or being able to move consciously, naturally out of the body, then that's the best way to go. So thank you very much for sharing, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. It's so wonderful that you're able to express this awareness that you have. It's right on, and it's helping a lot of people. Even though we don't hear it from them, you have given us much. Thank you.
Thank you.